Hi everybody, welcome to Whiskey Mystery. I'm Phil.
And Deepa.
And we're late again. That means we'll have to go faster. So, what are we doing? We are blind tasting one of... What kind of number is that? Is that 231? One of 75 bottles to go on our blind taste shelf to make it through 300 blind tastings of whiskey. And for the next 12 minutes, that means we are going to nose it, taste it, rank it on the shelf if it's good enough. This represents the top 20% of whiskies we have tasted. We do taste them the day before. What am I looking for? A glass. And this one was smoky, wasn't it? Oh, still a lot of smoke left. Well, char.
And sugar.
Dusty char. Almost charcoal. And I'll get the picture in early for a change. Smoky. Lovely smoky. So we haven't had peated for a little while, I don't think. Oh, you know, I should start the viscometer as well, should I? What was? Do you remember the last peated whiskey we had? I don't remember. Okay, viscometer. Oh dear, it looks like the camera is not updating because that is frozen. Okay, I'll just have to do it off camera today. So the chance of that working is remote, isn't it? And start. Right, the viscometer is underway. Let's pour and see what we get. Dark. Dark but no bubbles. No bubbles. I mean, obviously there are some bubbles, but low ABV. 40. What about 46? It's so hard to tell because if it's below 46, you just don't have any bubble integrity. Although this Balvenie 43%, that would be an expensive bottle if it was 43 years. This 43 has more bubbles. No, this 43 is always a bit higher looking. But
it's very...
But you know, also when we're down in the 43-46% range, we also in the potential for having fake colour whiskey.
Yes, that's me because it's so saturated.
Now the colour is quite... Is there a touch of red about that colour? Who knows? Keeping an eye on the viscometer. Yesterday's glass, char. Today's glass, sweet. Oh,
apple flavor.
Apple sweet. Yeah, apple peat.
Oh, that's a strand chemical. Maybe plastic.
I'm just catching Reb's. Hello, Reb. Hi, Reb. Good evening from snow-covered Jerusalem. I don't think I've ever seen that in a sentence before. How common is snow in Jerusalem?
I never knew that.
What altitude are you at? We don't have any snow in San Francisco. Right, well...
It's not very loud.
It's not very loud.
It's fine.
Balanced. Now, I must admit, the smokiness and the ashiness of yesterday's glass seems to have disappeared now that we've repoured it. But this is heavily peated. I mean...
Not to heavily peated for
This
me.
is heavily peated. Don't listen.
It's more of a varnished wood.
Wood varnish.
Maybe a touch of sulfur.
Touch of sulfur suggests that it's... And the colour
Sherry.
suggests some kind of winey or sherry peated whiskey. Because if it's Ardbeg 10 like, then these whiskies are all clear.
But at the point, I was is a type of peat.
Isla type of peat. I was actually thinking it was a little... Well, I guess Ardbeg is ashy, isn't it?
Yes, but it's actually apple flavour. It's one sweet, sugary, dusty sugar.
It is a combination of that sweet fruit and then the smoke and char. Not too much in the middle, right? But nicely balanced.
Yeah, it's bright. It's not that grey, ashy, it's bright.
I mean, it's not strong, so it's not like Ugadal, which I thought I was going to compare it to. But
it's very caramelized sugar. It's a bark dip in caramelized sugar.
Okay, you've used up the amount of times you can say sugar in one review.
Okay, enough of sugar. Apple pie.
Let's go watery version.
It's not vinegary.
Not vinegary, so we're not getting that pineapple, that pickled onion thing that we get with sherry sometimes.
Maybe a pine nut.
Pine nuts, yeah, that could be. Does it smell any different with the water? Sometimes it does.
It's more, almost minty.
Yeah, slightly more minty, and this is a bit more of the caramel. Okay, watery version. This is going to taste very weak.
Oh, the flavours.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
That didn't taste weak at all. But, I mean, it didn't taste strong. It tasted like low alcohol, but full of flavour.
Flavours. Not flavour, you mean the taste.
Yeah.
Full of the taste, complexity.
I can tell you the viscometer is up. And it's, because I had to write it down before, 108%. So at the high end of average. So a little above average. Wow.
So that tons of oily, maybe.
Tons of char left there. Okay, I'm going to go full strength now.
That's forward.
Yeah. What strength will the full one be like?
The beat at the beginning is slowly rise. Apple flavour very faint.
What a lovely balance, though.
Yes.
And quite
30 days.
I'm guessing this is probably 43 more than it's 46.
It's very soft.
A little bit licoricey pepper at the end. But this is quite a long-lasting, not big, bold moves, but just sort of gentle waves between the smokiness and let's try and identify what the sweet is.
Details, confident.
Okay, but what details? What's actually making up the flavours?
I think because we telling me there are so many different flavours, but they come together, integrated. But you cannot pinpoint specific flavours.
Yeah, but we have to give notes. So a bit baked apple rather than fresh apple. So apple pie is more in the right direction. But it's apple pie with a char caramel at the same time.
Oregano.
Oregano or oregano. Nice pepperiness suggests European casks maybe, which makes me think there is sherry. But it's not a full sherry monster either.
It's not very coconutty or vanilla.
So maybe it's a bit of a mix. Maybe it's a ex-bourbon and a sherry and a smoke kind of. So a blend or multi-cask.
I'm missing a viney, a bubblegum.
Yeah, towards the second half, the sweetness goes a little bit candy sweet.
A peppery.
Yeah, so you get
soft.
So you get a kind of bubblegum, wine-flavoured bubblegum with the peppery speckles.
But the finish is good finish because I'm telling you all that it is. It's very alive.
I have to say,
And it's very gooey meat.
the whole thing is good,
It's good.
but it's not powerful
No.
in terms of big
It's not
ABVs.
wow.
Just checking the time.
It's just gone.
Well,
And,
but we say it's not wow amazing.
you said that it's empty in the middle.
It is a bit empty in the middle. That's maybe the ABV. Okay, let's do some comparisons.
Actually, it's got me a smoky finish.
Better or worse? This is 43 ABV as well. That's worth it. A test. Don't say anything until you've said the word better or worse. So this is not better.
I actually prefer this, but I know what it is.
Oh, that is very different. This is
I like this.
This is a sample from Sean. Thanks, Sean. This is a 12-year-old Bowmore at 43 ABV. But this bottle is from the 80s. And just a mini review here. This is super kind of ivy leaves and green
Suffery as
and
well.
quite like odd. This is much more of a mainstream palette that I could give to anyone who doesn't drink whiskey. And the flavours would be familiar. This is quite odd.
Different. I like it, but he's...
This is going slightly towards Jura type of, herbal things. Right.
It's unusual. That's what I like that.
This is no longer on the shelf.
But ABV 43.
Well, I thought they were quite similar. This is 46 and a bit, maybe. Better or worse? Oh, time is up. I just looked and as it clicked over.
I think it's good. I like it. It's soccer. So it's definitely 43.
That's quite herbal as well, isn't it? Not on the shelf anymore. Are you surprised?
I am surprised.
Let's go again.
Oh, but it is similar.
Yeah. This tastes a little
So,
more char, but a bit flatter. Let me go again. That's funny because
I prefer this more.
that is Ardbeg Dark Cove.
Not other stuff.
This is 46.5%. Now, we didn't like it that much, but now I'm looking at the shelf. Well, the shelf is so competitive. Yeah, but that's so punchy. Should we try anything else? Okay, one more to try. So, now we're sort of leaning towards it not being on the shelf.
Maybe. But a very good finish.
Lagavulin 11 Offerman, the first edition, not the Guinness.
I prefer this one.
Well, this hasn't been through blind tasting. But you've always liked this Lagavulin 11.
But MD the meter.
Could it be Lagavulin or Ardbeg or Bowmore? Oh, it's interesting.
None of them.
See, those are the... Okay, well, you're going to have a hard time guessing the bottle then. Those are the ones at 46%. When we come back, this is much softer now.
Yes.
But the first time we tried it, before we'd ratcheted up the ABV, we were...
I thought it was 40 at the beginning.
It doesn't matter. We were totally happy with the flavour strength.
Yes.
It's just another point that if you're drinking a 43 ABV, presumably, a low ABV whiskey, and then you drink something higher, don't go back.
No.
I like this a lot. Where is it going on the shelf, though?
I prefer Port.
So you prefer Port Ascaig. And then we've got Ardbeg Supernova. And now I'm just looking. Is there anything else you would swap?
No. Maybe. I'm not sure. It's so soft.
That's true. We could have compared to Hackshoe, which is 43%.
It's beautifully balanced. It's very confident balance. It's good. It's good product.
I think it is just on the shelf. Or just off the shelf.
Why? It's because it's too balanced for us to have something different. A bit different.
Well, I think it's good quality. Now, how much would you pay for it? I think this could be...
But I skip.
No. I mean, you can, but...
Okay. No.
It's so much stronger ABV, it will blow it away.
So we approve.
So we like it. It's good. How much would you pay for it?
80, 90.
80 or 90. So that would be similar
80.
Similar to what? What's on the shelf at about that price?
Probably 80. How much is it for?
120.
Oh.
There isn't much $80, $90 on the shelf anymore. 120. Glen Scotia. I think this could be more like $120 bottle.
Suppose you pay, I prepare
because
80, 85.
I'm thinking peat plus sherry
balance
plus ex-bourbon, probably an official bottle, probably an Isla. Right. Then what can it be? Well, it could be a Ledaig.
Very warm.
Let me bring up. We haven't gone to the list for a long time, have we? Let's bring up the list. Because there aren't too many of the lower ABV peated whiskies. While I'm distracted, deeper, pouring more in the background. So what do we have? Oh, could be Lagavulin, Bowmore. It's too smoky for Highland Park, I think. We still don't know how strong the Kilkerran 12 smoke is. I would think not as strong as the... Oh, Paul John Bold. That is a peated Indian whiskey. Ardbeg Black. Trevan, Ledaig, Highland Park. There's a couple. I don't think we're into this high ABV. Right. So, I think...
I would say it's 43. It's very calm.
Okay, I think it's 43 as well.
Spicy. It's not exotic.
We have got two 43s, I believe. That is Lagavulin and Bowmore 18.
Ask about this.
Now, this is Lagavulin 16 with a sherry finish. So this is like standard Lagavulin 16 with some extra.
I go for both.
You're going to go for both.
I said, how many years? 16 years.
I believe, let's see. Distilled in 01, bottled in 2017. Yeah, 16 years.
I go for both.
If it's above 43, then we're talking about Ledaig, Ardbeg Black. If you thought it was like Dark Cove.
It's not peaty enough for me. It's peaty enough for you.
Yes. It's peaty enough for Lagavulin. The Trevan, I think, is probably ex-bourbon. There's Compass Box no name, but now we're getting into 48%.
No, not 48.
Along with the... No. Right. I don't think it's that high either. I think we're in one of the 43s.
Good.
I think it's the Lagavulin.
But
Right.
what do you push one?
I originally thought it was Bowmore until I tasted that
Yeah,
Bowmore.
that was weird. That was strange.
Hang on.
12 years.
We have one more.
Another 18.
This is 18-year Bowmore Deep and Complex, which is a PX finish, but it's also 43%
But that was finished.
PX. That does taste more like the other one, the other Bowmore we had. It's got to be Lagavulin.
Yeah, I think I go for this. Okay.
And if it's 46, okay.
I think it's a standard Lagavulin.
No, this is a annual release. You know the way you get Talisker and then you get Talisker Distillers edition?
Okay, so this is the edited version.
This is basically the standard Lagavulin 16 that is then being put into extra sherry or something like that. And I guess each year they're probably a little different. This one is double matured.
And can you buy it again?
Why don't we find out if it is it first before we talk too much?
But ask them.
Let's see what the chat has to say. Because...
I probably painted.
Yes, we've had the painting. Okay, chat. Let me scroll up because there might have been questions early on that I've missed. Good evening, Falsgraf. Gerben, Lucas, Tim, Donna Pass, Antal. Who else? Let's see.
Tim is going to Scotland in May.
Oh, Ireland, London and Scotland trip. After 2 years of reschedule. Yeah, you're like us, Tim. Hopefully we all get there this year. Yes, our March trip is still on at this point. Molasses, good evening. The title doesn't sound very Isla. I know, but it does taste like it could be. Michael Wood, good evening, Phil and Deepa. And to all the Whisky Mystery family, I usually sit quietly in the back row, but every once in a while I feel a brief hello is appropriate. Inchmurren in my glass. Cheers, Michael. Much appreciated. Right, let's see what people are guessing. I saw some Ardbeg guesses earlier. Too dark for Kilkerran, Lucas. Okay. Glengoyne 15. No, is that what you're drinking, Bobby? Bishop Burnboy. You've got Loch Lee sample.
I've never heard of that.
I don't know what that is. Bowmore 18. Peter picking the Ardbeg 19. Bobby J. Falsgraf switching to the Highland Park 18. Gabrielle. Lagavulin DE seems plausible. Yeah, it looks like you're with us. Hans, you're in slightly snowy Switzerland. Very good. So the
Snowy Switzerland.
18. Okay, I think. Any guess on age, Bobby? Well, I guess we did think it was fairly old yesterday, didn't we? Because we thought it was quite long-lasting and sophisticated.
I think it's the quality of it. That's what I think. 15, 16, 18.
Yeah. So it does fit with that.
The finish is...
Peter's saying he was quite surprised by Bowmore 18 recently in the blind. Didn't expect to like it, but did. Now, we liked it in our original 24 tasting. That unmasked a bit of my snobbery.
It's the same for me.
Yeah, that's true.
I'm the same.
Right, I better scroll down. Let's see. Whiskey 101. Not only is it not on the shelf, but Deepa puts it in the $80 bargain bin.
Oh, oops.
What a nice puzzle today. Right.
Because it's very balanced. It's very, very good quality product.
You've already had your secret pour while I was doing the other
enough.
stuff. Hang on.
Oh, and a freshly poured.
I just want to taste.
Oh, we don't know. Yeah.
Exactly. We don't know what it is yet.
I go for this.
This is Lagavulin 11.
That's herbs.
I think I
yes.
I prefer it over the
I
Offerman.
prefer that, but it's so good. That's so good.
That's the Offerman. You've always liked that one.
Because there was that more on, maybe but more amplified.
Right.
Diluted.
Are we ready for the reveal?
Offerman, it's definitely this. Yes. Ready.
You know, now that I look at the tape, it looks like really old tape.
So is it old?
Yeah. ABV 43.
What? Oh, it's 43.
I thought it said 48. That's why I was like worrying. 43.
Oh, yes.
It's 16 years old. It cost us $100 or 101. It's from Isla and it's from Lagavulin. It's got to be. Surely.
Yeah, like a 5.
Distillers edition. Let's have some fireworks. Fantastic.
Because I tried Lagavulin and that is it.
So I think this is a bottle that we bought right after our original 24
From
blind taste.
Dr. Vine.
Sorry, I've got distracted with the
Is
tape
it from Dr. Vine?
that didn't peel off properly.
Is it from Dr. Vine?
I ordered this online. I think I got it from Benash Liquors.
Oh yeah, a panache.
Oh, I did. So hang on a minute. This is. We should probably say which Distillers edition it is because it has been a while since we bought it. Double matured, batch number, LGV 4 of 506. So obviously this would be the 2017 bottling, right? I don't know what percentage it is. You know, can somebody look up how much Lagavulin Distillers edition is this year? Because
It's not that beat.
it absolutely is.
It is. It's different beat bottom.
Lagavulin.
I mean, that aspect.
Lagavulin Deeper is a heavily peated Isla whiskey. What do you want me to say? Peat monster. I'm dying to know what the current price is. We can look it up, but I'm sure somebody can look it up. I would think this is.
Does it have any sherry in it?
Yes, that's the whole point of the Distillers edition, that it has. Let me look at my spreadsheet. Where's the spreadsheet? To see if I've made a note of what the whiskey is. Oh.
That is weird and ass.
I'm still on that button for some reason. Don't know how long I've been on that button. Right, Lagavulin. Let's see if I've made a note. Probably not, because it's early days when we bought this one. Lagavulin. Distillers Edition 2017. No, I haven't made any notes. Let's see. It's usually 43%. Yes, I think so. Around $100. Really?
Oh, okay, fair enough.
So hang on, we bought this in December 2018 for $100, and we're saying it's still $100 today. You know, Lagavulin 16 is still available in our Costco in California for about $75.
Oh!
And I know it's crept up a bit, but Lagavulin 16 can be anything from $70 to $120 depending on which corner shop you're in.
It's a good quality. It's good balance.
So who got it? Let's see. Donna Pass. A finish in first fill sherry casks can mask peat, I have found. Yes. Once, you know, it was so strong on the empty glass compared to when you were nosing it with the peat. Okay, who's going to pick? Lucas, you've picked a lot before. Gabrielle, have you picked before? Between the two of you, top shelf, bottom shelf, deeper side, fill side, in the middle. Sandy, oh, £90. Okay, so that would be more like 120. Watchman 999, it's $174 in Calgary. But that doesn't count, does it? Canada prices don't count in the real world. Oh, sorry,
That's
Watchman.
too expensive.
But currently on sale for $144.
Oh, the beat.
Yeah. Lucas has got in first. Okay. Deeper side, top shelf on the right. £84, 117 euros. So it's quite wild. The pricing is all over the place, isn't it? Oh, you know what? We didn't do quality control.
I was right for the bottle.
This bottle has not been open. I can.
For 2 years.
They do nice corks at Lagavulin because they use, what would you call it? Rebuilt. These are cork chips. I mean, there's probably some glue in this, which might not be so good for the whiskey. But the density is very good, and they never come apart. Deanston. Right.
The colour.
There's probably colour in this because there's colour in standard Lagavulin 16. But maybe it's come from the sherry. We can always hope.
It's very nice. Balanced. It's good quality. It's good.
See, now that we've had a little gap.
I think we should put it on the shelf. Now that
we've had a little gap, the ABV power tastes full and strong again.
For me, it's 43.
I mean, but the flavours have all come back.
Oh yeah.
Is there anything you would... I mean, if you're going to put it on the shelf, what would you put it ahead of?
Maybe this. Not about this. Very difficult.
This is just the problem.
I approve. It's really good.
This is just the problem of our shelf. Now, of course, we have Buffalo Trace on the end of the shelf, but that's just taking up the one bourbon slot.
Maybe I can give a board asking.
I like it more and more.
I like it.
Right, I'm supposed to be doing something. This pen is almost out. This is going to be... let me just talk for a minute. This, in my mind, because I'm the one who generally bought the whiskey.
You are.
Generally the one person who's been buying the whiskey, especially early on. This takes me all the way back to that very early stage where this was probably within 5 bottles that we bought after the original blind tasting, which was 24. But it's been sitting there for 3 years, right? 18, 19, 20, 21. So we're talking about, 3 years and a couple of months, waiting for us to taste it. And I'm not disappointed with that one. Not at $100 anyway. Okay, 231. So
232 you mean?
232. I'm going to put Lucas Gabriel. You can both get a name on there. And congratulations to you both. Here we go. Time for a new one. A new one, old one. Possibly a bourbon. Well, the colour is remarkably similar and the ABV looks remarkably similar as well. It could be the same thing. Maybe it's Bowmore 18. That's funny. It was quite green and grassy. How's the tape job? Does it look old?
It's the same ABV, 43, I think.
Oh, that's very nice as well. I'm so tempted to jump straight into the spreadsheet and see what other 43s we have. Hang on, let me put it away. I shouldn't look.
Oh, I prefer it any day. It is so good. Very good.
It's very good. It might just squeak on the shelf. Right, over to the chat before we run away. Let's see.
So much to date.
Next time it's Kilkerran 12. Too dark, I think, Lucas. Is it not? Actually, 120 at Binny's in Chicago, Bobby. There you go. Yeah, that surprised me.
Quality.
Would you pay 120 for
I
it?
don't mind. I've no other option. I prefer a man. Just prepare the butter of a man.
I'm surprised you still
I'm
like...
not for that be.
Offerman was a...
No, I'm about the butter. They get the butter.
Just taste it and tell me if it's better though. Deepa's always liked this Lagavulin 11 Offerman.
I prefer this is my first preference. So if you get butter, go for the first. Because there is more alive. Butter and it's a bit softer.
Okay. I'm trying to get to the end of the show. Deepa just wants to bring out more bottles.
Okay. You prefer this or this?
The 11, a little bit stronger.
That's why.
And it makes it a bit more lively. I think I prefer...
But this one is
the
a better quality.
Yeah.
This is slightly more tacky.
Slightly more tacky, the 11. And the DE is a bit more sophisticated.
Yes.
120, if you can live with the 43 ABV, which you know a lot of us whiskey snobs can't, I think it's worth it at 120.
Only if we get afford.
I'm just looking. Puts it up here. Maybe not quite.
No.
Maybe not quite. Right. I was supposed to be winding up. Right. No, don't swap Portiskeag for this edition. So much better. Lagavulin out there. Whiskey 101. Okay, now you can go and get Portiskeag and try it. Let's see. Now this was the Portiskeag 10, 55.8%. Obviously the power is going to blow it away completely. Michael Wood, you both liked it, and it therefore is on the shelf. Well, there's a lot of things not on the shelf that we like as well. That's the problem. So, you know, the things that have been pushed off the shelf are still excellent, fantastic whiskies. There's still Buffalo Trace. Buffalo Trace kind of gets a pass. It's just there for ornamentation.
Actually, up for stock. Actually, no, I prefer the more.
There we go.
I'm not super fan. I think it's this one.
That tastes like new make now, by comparison.
Yes.
It's definitely on the shelf.
There is other stuff.
Portiskeag is Colila. Yes, true. Except for the 45 year. That's Bunna, apparently. Wow, really? Not Kilcairn, I mean. Yes. Why is it 232? Is there a secret one hiding somewhere? We are skipping 231. Hang on. 231 was last week. Yeah. 230, 231, 232. That's right. Wouldn't have surprised me if it was wrong though. 231 was Ben Romack. Lucas has time. Let's do another.
Yeah, after all.
No peeking. Yeah. Watchman. Okay, Phil and Deepa, time to visit Calgary. I just saw non-stop flights for 140. Not bad. That's not bad. Great show tonight.
You must go to Banff.
Thanks, Lucas.
You must go to Banff.
Must go to Banff? Oh, yes. We like Banff. Watchman, get a bigger shelf. I did think, I was trying to think, we're almost down to one layer of bottles. I was thinking, could I repurpose the shelves so that we could fit one more row? I think we could. I could take this out, but then you wouldn't see the bottles. But we could have the little bottles in front of the third row. So maybe we do that.
Too complicated.
Something to consider. But the title says 230. Ah, I see. Well, there you go. Like I say, it doesn't surprise me if something's wrong. I forgot to change the number in the title. Thanks guys. I will fix it after. Okay, original Porterskeg 14 was Bunna. Maybe combine blinds and add another row. Yes, we're thinking the same thing, Bobby. Shelf management. Right. Thanks everyone for watching. We'll be back next Thursday for bottle number 232. Maybe the title will say 232 as well. Otherwise, see you over at Roy's. We done?
Bye-bye, Sandy.